HelloNote is a truly therapist-friendly practice management solution with integrated EMR that will enhance workflow, efficiency, and patient care. HelloNote reduces error and allows you to spend more time with your patients. It comes integrated with billing. Claims are generated once a note is completed. You can bill with one click and a patient portal, which streamlines the patient intake process. Beautifully engineered and cloud-based for easy accessibility, the software works on all platforms. You can access patient records from anywhere. We also offer 24/7 support. HelloNote is the practice management solution that you're looking for.
Good evening, Alternative Healthcare Career Group. What is going on, Alternative Healthcare Career Group? Again, this is Dr. Mike Chua, physical therapist, and yes, I am your Alternative Healthcare Career Coach. Yes! Tonight, we've got a special guest, and we got a special topic that we're going to be talking about. But before I keep on going, the show today is brought to you by rehabpreneur.com. Check it out, rehabpreneur.com. Let me check my cell phone if we are live. I guess we are live, right? Hey, our topic for today is how to start your own virus disinfection business. Hey, I see myself now. Yes, we are finally live. Hey, our special encouragement for you today. There you go. The person without a purpose is like a ship without a rudder. I didn't say that. That was Thomas Carlyle. And that is so true, ladies and gentlemen. The person without a purpose is like a ship without a rudder. I always preach this, ladies and gentlemen. The 3 P's in life. 3 P's. First is your passion, right? You know what's the next P? Is the purpose. You got to have purpose in life. And that's what Thomas Carlyle is talking about. What is without a purpose is like a ship without a rudder. You have to have a rudder, rudder, not rubber, right? Rudder to take you around wherever you are. You can be the biggest ship in the world. You can be the biggest ship in the world. But if you don't have a rudder, it's not going to take you anywhere. I'm just going to check my cell phone if we are really literally live. I think we are. I can hear myself now. All right. So without further ado, let's go ahead and introduce our guest for tonight. Where'd that go? Where did that go? I finally got it. There it is. Our guest for tonight, his name is Mr. Christos Daskalakis. We're going to ask him where that last name is from. It's really nice and fancy. Christos Daskalakis. Yes, he's the founder and the CEO. Gosh, I'm talking to a CEO right now. Gosh, the founder and the CEO of MFS Trade School. We're going to ask him what are we doing right now, right? So he is actually also the head trainer of MFS Trade School. So without further ado, I'm going to bring in Mr. Christos Daskalakis.
Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Christos Daskalakis. What's going on,
Thank
sir?
you, Mike.
Sorry,
We
I'm really loud, so.
appreciate it very much having you in your show.
Well, could you? Well, first of all, Mr. Christos, I'm showing up your website below there, mfstradeschool.com. So, could you tell us who you are, what do you do, and how could you help us find our alternative career? Just like what you're doing right now.
Well, right now, as you know, what's happening all around the world is something that is quite needed, not only by the residential sector, but also the commercial. Every business in the world needs to understand and be educated, and it needs help in doing virus disinfection. Public entities, whether it be schools or hospitals, right now they are desperate for individuals that have the knowledge and the ability to help them disinfect. Uh, Government entities are pouring tons and tons of money right now into municipalities that are putting out bids for disinfecting. There's a shortage right now of people that are educated, trained, and certified to be able to do this kind of work. So it's absolutely a perfect timing to get into this, whether you're doing it part-time and just make a little bit of money, or do it full-time and build a great big business. So it's really up to you how you want to grow your business, but the opportunity is there and it's very real. And from what we've seen, it's not going away. So I hoped it went away, but unfortunately it did not. And it's not going to. I think it's going to be something that is going to stay with us for a long time.
You know what? That is so true. I like what you said. It's not going away, because this is actually our new normal, ladies and gentlemen. When we say new normal, it doesn't necessarily mean we've forgotten what we've been before. The goal here is to understand that change is normal. The only thing that is permanent in this world is change. And if you don't know how to learn how to adapt and adjust in this ever-changing arena that we have, especially in healthcare or even just the world right now, you're gonna be left out. You know what happened, ladies and gentlemen, to those animals that before the dinosaurs, they got extinct. They didn't know how to adapt and adjust. And that's the reason why I reached out to this company, to this trade school, and asked them. I'm going to interview them and ask them how we could literally use our knowledge. Let me turn this off. Use our knowledge in healthcare. If you have a small clinic, and then you can probably serve your community when it comes to disinfecting whatever areas there. And we are in this perfect position to actually do this. So let's go ahead and bring back Mr. Christos. So, Mr. Christos, so you mentioned about doing trade school and everything. There's no lack of it. In your class, do you teach us how to learn how to bid and everything like that?
We actually do. One of the things that I love about our school is that we don't just train you and teach you the CDC and the EPA guidelines, which, you can go on the internet nowadays and you can read everything that the CDC and the EPA has and educate yourself. So we don't just do that. We actually go above and beyond, and we will take you out, like the 6-hour videos. It's an online course, so you can take it at any time from the comfort of your own home. But we go above and beyond. So we'll teach you marketing, we'll teach you estimating, we'll teach you bidding. We will take you from the classroom where we teach you the CDC and the EPA guidelines, because you need to be tested on those and understand those, because that's what's going to keep you safe. You don't want to go in an area that's actually infected with COVID and end up, giving it to yourself. So we teach you those things, but then we go above and beyond and actually take you with the camera right into establishments as we disinfect them, so you can see how it's done. So we'll go into a restaurant, we'll go into a warehouse, we'll go into a church, we'll go into a daycare, and you need to see how to disinfect those, just like you were in a physical hands-on type of class, because that's what we did before COVID, pre-COVID, our other courses, we had the hands-on, and I think it's very important. But unfortunately, with today's climate, we have to try to do it by the internet, and it's it teaches you every step, and then of course you're not going to learn everything all in 6 hours, and that's why after that we take you by the hand and we actually offer unlimited phone support. So if you have any questions on the job site, you're not sure about how to mix a chemical, your sprayers don't work, something happens, you have somebody to call. And I think that's also very, very important, because without that, you're stuck. Then it's a learning curve. You got to make a mistake and try to, learn by mistakes. And you don't want to learn by mistakes, because in this business, if you're going to offer that, you're endangering your life and others. If you say you're going to kill coronavirus and then you're actually not doing it because you're not following the proper protocols of the manufacture of those chemicals. So it's very important.
Oh, wow. That's so good. That's, there's so much things to go around. So right now, do you actually also do this virus disinfecting business too, sir? I mean, you're in Florida, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes. We don't provide the service because we don't want to compete with our students. So we stay just on the training, and we'll go out with them, the locals, if we have to. When we actually did the training, we did go out on restaurants and businesses that we cater to. So we initially had to go out and do the actual work ourselves, but now we step back so we can let others do it and just be there to support them, so we don't compete against them as a school.
That's right. And then, I mean, I don't know what's the recommended frequency. I mean, for example, let's just say, for example, like in my clinic, what do you recommend? I know we clean and disinfect and everything, and I've seen some of my therapist friends, and they have some equipments too. I don't know what kind of equipments you have. I mean, what's the recommended cleaning? Do you do it 3 times a day, 3 times a week? I mean, is that part of the program that you're going to teach?
Sure, that's a good question, because it's how often to clean, how often to disinfect. You have to do both, actually. You have to clean an area prior to disinfecting it. So if you can't just rely, in other words, if a room is dusty, if it hasn't been cleaned in a week, you can't go spraying virus disinfectant chemicals on dust and hoping to kill the coronavirus. It's not going to work like that. So you got to do cleaning, regular cleaning maintenance, and then the disinfecting you want to be able to do at least once a day. So if somebody like I went to a chiropractor, I was going to my chiropractor a couple months ago, and I noticed that the girls were using, after each patient left the room, they would go in there and spray and wipe it down, and then within 10 seconds or 20 seconds, there was another patient in there, and I had a talk with him. I said, "Do you know what I do?" And he said, "No, what do you do?" And I told him, and I said, "What you girls are doing right now, you're not really, if somebody really had coronavirus in this room, the girls doing what they're doing with what they're using is not going to kill it. They're using hydrogen peroxide spray, which hydrogen peroxide needs to stay wet for 8 minutes. That's what they call dwell time or kill time.
Yep.
It's got to stay wet for 8 minutes to kill coronavirus. Spraying it and wiping it down in 10 seconds doesn't do anything. So you really have to know what you're doing. Otherwise, you're just fooling yourself and fooling the customers, obviously.
That's right. That's true. And that's the common mistake. We spray it and then we wipe it. Just let it there. Let it soak there for the recommended time. So yeah, this is amazing, because it's going to be a game changer, not just for us therapists that wants to start this business, but also for the community, because it is really a needed service, and it's the best time to start it, right?
It is. It really is the best time. I have students call me and say, am I getting in this too late? And I tell them what I see from the government entities. The federal government right now is pouring so much money into the townships, the municipalities, the fire departments, the schools, and they're telling them, take this money and use it to protect yourselves and your students and your people. And the money's there for these bids, and they're going out there and they're going to stay there. What I read and when I talk to the jurisdictions that we have good relationships with, they're telling us that these bids, the money is going to continue for the next 4 years minimum to make sure that everything is done right. Because what good is it if we half kill it, it starts to get different strains and strengthens, and then we're back to square one, spending trillions of dollars again. So, and then who's to say what else can come? You know, what other superbug can come? So we need to be able to, this is going to be a new way of life. And Mike, you said it right. This is going to be a new way, and we have to adopt, because if we're going to be like the dinosaurs, we're going to become extinct, and we don't want that. So I think people are smart enough to understand that they got to stay ahead of this thing. And the only way to stay ahead of it is by individuals like yourselves that are in the healthcare industry. Gosh, you can, whatever strip plaza you're in, there's all around you within 15 minutes, there's probably hundreds of businesses that you can go to them and say, you know, we own the store down the street. We're healthcare professionals, and we also have a side business that can help you. What do you need? Do you need chemicals? Do you need sprayers? Do you need, you know, do you need some education? Can we help you in some way? It doesn't always have to be about money. I mean, this is something that is life or death, you know, where you can make a difference in your community and in the stores all around you by helping them in any way that you can, you know, whether it's a business or not.
I love that. I love what Mr. Christus said. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, if you are still watching live, please comment live. Watching on the replay, please comment replay. We are here tonight with Mr. Christus. Yes, we are here tonight with Mr. Christus. He is the CEO and the founder of the MFS Trade School, wherein he's teaching how you can start your own virus disinfection business. I like what he said earlier. You know, you gotta stay ahead of the game, ladies and gentlemen. If you know, like what I said and he said, you know, if you don't adapt and adjust, you're gonna be extinct like the dinosaurs, right? And I also like what he said. It's not about the money. It's about relationship. Relationship over revenue. You cannot just go in immediately. Hey, here's my business. You know, start within your circle. You know, if you are in, like what Mr. Christus said, if you are in that strip mall, you have a small clinic there, offer those small services and word of mouth. Or maybe start with simple hand washing procedure. You know, that hand washing in service I did before. I did the hand washing in service. I told the assisted living, the retirement home, hey, this is the start of COVID, you know, probably around March or Feb last year. And I said, hey, I want to teach our residents here how to properly wash their hand. It was a very simple in-service. Very, very simple, ladies and gentlemen. And I went there. I showed them how to wash, stuff like that. You know, it was fun. It was funny. But I brought that, what do you call that? You know, the infrared thing. And they saw the dirty things that they have in their hand by washing quickly. And it's a simple way for you to penetrate that market there. And with that simple in-service, that hand washing in-service, you can actually insert your virus disinfection business. So I like what he said here. So let's go ahead and bring back Mr. Christus Daskalakis. Mr. Christus, thank you very much. Could you please tell us again, you mentioned about going within that 15-mile radius. So, and you also mentioned about the bidding and everything. So do we just go, or do we call them, or do we email them? How does that work, sir?
That is another great question. And you have to do a combination of everything. Okay. The first thing I tell my students is, well, when you become a trained and certified virus disinfection professional, one of the things that we automatically give you, because I don't have to do this, but I feel it's important to support our students with some kind of lead program. So the first thing we do is we give them 1 year support of project leads. And I've built a relationship with another company, another bid reporting company, rfpschoolwatch.com. And what they do is they actually will show you all the jobs that come out from schools, municipalities, townships in your state. So you get it for the whole state. It's included in the membership. And that will show you the big jobs. So if you got a job that's $50,000, $100,000, I mean, you want to go after that, as well as, you want to do the little restaurant and the little shop, the barber shop, but you also want to be bidding on the big jobs. I think that's important. So I was helping one student of ours just last month. He was bidding on he started part-time. Okay, he started part-time, took the course, got trained, passed this test, certified a bus station, a private school bus system, 420 buses. He had to disinfect on a weekly basis. Okay, we spent an hour after work over the phone helping him put the bid together, because if you make one little mistake, your bid gets rejected. So we spent literally an hour helping him with that bid, $250,000 bid. Okay, well, he ended up winning the job. Okay, he had to leave his full-time job, hire 3 more people just to do that one project. That guy may never have to do a store, but he got $250,000 worth of work that year. And that's what I try to teach my students is go after the big picture, the big jobs that are going out to bid right now by the government, municipalities, townships, schools, and then go after the chains, the small chains, the restaurants, the strip plaza businesses, the hair salons, the chiropractors, the dentists. My God, nobody needs this more than dentists. Okay, why? Because everybody's sitting there with their mouth open. Okay, during the treatment. So there's got the protection needs to be there. The max that you can give that dentist. So there's a lot of work out there. It's just you have to be willing to spend the work to market it, whether it be chasing the bids, going out, starting a little website so people can see who you are and find you when they type in virus disinfection in so-and-so city or your little town. You want to pop up to the top. Okay. And if there's nobody in your town and you do Google My Business, you're going to show up on the right side. And guess what they're going to do? They're going to call you. And that's how you're going to pick up business.
Oh, wow. That is amazing. That is amazing. Thank you very much. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions or any concerns or violent reaction, type it in our comment section. But I like what Mr. Christos said. I like what he said. You have to have corporate contracts. So in my case, in our therapy gig, we have the outpatient clinic and we also have corporate contracts. When I say corporate contracts, we have the home health contracts, wherein those are steady income that comes into us. You need to follow the Pareto's rule. Pareto's rule. Pareto's rule means the 80-20. Focus 100% on the business that provides you 80%. Oh gosh, I'm losing it. I'm losing English, Mr. Christos. You gotta focus 100% on the person that provides you 80%. You don't want to go to that 20%. That business that gives you only 20% of your, business. I forgot what it means, but it is, I think it is the 80-20 rule. The 80-20. Let me find that Pareto's rule or something like that in business. Let me bring back Mr. Christos. Mr. Christos, you mentioned earlier, where are you really originally from, sir?
Well, born in Greece, came here 12 years old and grew up in good old Jersey boy.
Wow. Oh, wow. Well, that explains the Daskalakis, Greece. The Greek.
You said it perfectly. You said it perfectly, by the way. I'm shocked.
Really?
Nobody can say it.
Christos Daskalakis. Well, all right. Well, right now, ladies and gentlemen, we're interviewing Mr. Christos Daskalakis. We're in how to start your own virus disinfection business, but we will be back in a few minutes, okay?
HelloNote is a truly therapist-friendly practice management solution with integrated EMR that will enhance workflow, efficiency, and patient care. HelloNote reduces error and allows you to spend more time with your patients. It comes integrated with billing. Claims are generated once a note is completed. You can bill with one click and a patient portal, which streamlines the patient intake process. Beautifully engineered and cloud-based for easy accessibility, the software works on all platforms. You can access patient records from anywhere. We also offer 24/7 support. HelloNote is the practice management solution that you're looking for.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, right now you are watching the Alternative Healthcare Career Show, wherein we help you find your alternative healthcare career. And thank you very much, HelloNote, for that. By the way, I personally use HelloNote in our outpatient clinic. It's so easy to use, and it's very, very affordable, ladies and gentlemen. I think they're going to come up with a new pricing scheme, so check that out in the near future. hellonote.com, ladies and gentlemen. Check it out, ladies and gentlemen. Yep. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to be certified to teach TheraHab or you want to do group exercises or whatever, check out TheraHab Fitness. They're going to teach you. Patrice is going to teach you how to be certified in teaching that. And we actually do that in our clinic. We do group exercises. I personally do it. I actually teach the class myself. It's part of my exercise. See? Really? Oh. I'd had my second COVID vaccine this morning or Monday. I still feel sore. Well, anyway, check it out, TheraHabFitness.com. Check it out. It's amazing. It's awesome.
So much today from Dr. Mike Chua's Certified Dementia Practitioner Live Seminar. Not only was it about facts on how to help as a therapist treat those with dementia or memory deficits, but it was also about how to talk to family members, how to talk to caregivers, how to interact with the nursing staff in the hospital, and really how to present myself as a certified dementia practitioner. If you're looking to broaden your skill set with becoming a certified dementia practitioner, I highly recommend Dr. Mike Chua's seminar.
Hello, my name is Nina Chokashvili. I am support group facilitator leader and a specialist and Alzheimer educator. So I just completed Dr. Mike Chua's 2-day class, which one was the best class. First.
Yes, if you want to be a certified dementia practitioner, yes, I teach that class every month. January is already closed, but February is still open, ladies and gentlemen. And it's slowly filling up, so you got to catch up. If you want to be a certified dementia practitioner, go check it out, drmikechua.com/ADDC. You get a 47, you get a discount, ladies and gentlemen. Yep. So let's go back to our show wherein we are interviewing Mr. Christos Daskalakis, where how to start your own virus disinfection business. Let's bring him back in. Mr. Christos, how are you, sir? Thank you very much. Welcome back. Mr. Christos, could you tell us more about your trade school? What are the services that you provide? And is it online? Is it live or whatever? I know you mentioned online earlier. So could you tell us more, sir?
Sure, my pleasure. My pleasure, Mike. We offer the virus disinfection course as an online course. It's 6 hours of video from understanding the CDC and the EPA guidelines to killing the coronavirus to the inside the stores, with the camera going in to show you how you actually can disinfect. You have to know these things because there's different chemicals for different uses. So in daycares, there's toys and things like that the kids put in their mouths. So you have to know what kind of chemical you're going to use. If you're going to be doing a church, let's say, there's a lot of wood, in the pews. You can't use certain type of, chemicals. So we teach you about the different chemicals, when to use them, how to use them. So we teach you everything from marketing, estimating, and everything related to starting your own business from A to Z. I like to consider our school as the one-stop shop for the training, the equipment, the chemicals. We got phenomenal chemicals. We got EPA registered chemicals that are on what they call the N list. And the N list, the EPA created that as a way to show the people that if it's not on the N list, it's not going to kill the coronavirus. And we teach you everything. We have chemicals that actually stay on for 90 days. They're a little bit different than the disinfectants. They're considered antimicrobials, but they've been used for the past 10 years in the military, hospitals, airports. They're using them right now heavily in the schools and governments to give added extra germ protection. So it's we got a lot of great stuff, and I literally had to look all over the world to find these products, and they're available to you guys for becoming a student. And we're here to help you. Anybody wants to do this, either to disinfect your own office or to do it as a business, small or big, we're here to help you with everything you need.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. Before, I like what you said, from I'm writing things down, ladies and gentlemen. You got to write things down, because if you don't write things down, it's not going to become a reality, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm sure Mr. Christos is a believer of that too. I like what you said. You're writing things down, right? Marketing, when you are, ladies and gentlemen, you got to listen to this. When you are going back to school, a lot of us here in our group, I want to go back to school, blah, 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 blah. When you go back to school, if you get a certification, you got to make sure that certification class or that CEU class is not going to just teach you the technical part. They also have to teach you also the art of the business. Because there's a difference between the art of the clinical practice and the business, the art of marketing your business. There's two different types, ladies and gentlemen. You can be the best physical therapist in the world, but if you don't know how to market yourself, you're gonna have a hard time. Yes, you're probably super duper good. That's a different story. But if you're an average therapist like me, you'll have a hard time. So you also have to learn the marketing side. And like what I said, he'll teach you the marketing, reaching out to different facilities, the daycares. Gosh, that's a great, opportunity there, because they are mandated to clean churches. To tell the truth, they've got budget. They got budget, ladies and gentlemen. He mentioned about school buses. Gosh, they will. They need. Nobody has thought about cleaning those stuff, the school buses. Now it's mandatory to clean it, right? To disinfect it. But before before we bring back Mr. Christos, I want to ask him this question, sir. Mr. Christos, what is, we've got different therapists in the group. What is the ideal person to start this this business, or to start your certification course? I mean, do we need some sort of a special background? or any special personality, or can you tell us more? I mean, what's the qualification to do this?
Sure. Honestly, this work is so easy to do that if you understand the basics, you don't really need any pre-qualifications to get into this. If you can hold a sprayer that weighs 3 pounds and you can pour the chemical in it and you can push that button, you're killing coronavirus. You just have to know how long to leave that chemical. What kind of chemical should I use for this or for that? But you don't really need any kind of pre-qualification. If you take our course, you will be able to do this properly. The kind of person I think that is an ideal person to do this is someone that wants to grow the business. If you don't want to grow, look, any type of business that you get into, you got to create a little business plan, right? You don't have to write a 6-page business plan, but you can start with a 1-page business plan. And you ask yourself, what do you want to accomplish out of this? Okay. Do I want to just make an extra $500 a month and I'm happy? Or do you want to grow this to possibly becoming a viable, strong business that you're going to have for the next 5 years that's bringing you $500,000 a year? Okay. So depending on your goals in your business plan,
I want that $500,000
you're going to use to focus and hone in, But anybody can do it.
I don't know if you heard that. I want that $500,000 a year.
Hey, one bus bid was $250,000. So you get 2 of those, you're done. You're brought in your $500,000 for the year.
Oh wow. So in the class, Mr. Christos, are you also teach us where to get all the supplies, the equipments? Do they need any special fancy big equipments, or I mean, what are the recommended equipments? I know you're going to talk about that too in the class, but
Sure.
How much is the initial investment on your class and also on our equipment side?
Sure. So the class, the online class is $2,300. And like I said, that includes the 1-year subscription to project leads from schools, hospitals, municipalities, government entities for the whole state, for the whole year, and unlimited phone support. So everything is $2,300. And of course, before we finish, there's a promo code. Chua 300, we called it. I had my programmer name it Chua 300, and that will give you a good $300 off. And so you can get it for $2,000, but that's the cost for the actual course. And then the equipment, I ask people, what's your budget? We have a silver package and we have a gold package. The silver package is $1,500. The gold package is $2,500, which has more sprayers, for two-man team to do this kind of thing. But if you tell me, Christos, I have a $300 budget on tools and equipment, I'm going to show you what you can get and start virus disinfection with $300 worth of tools and equipment. You don't need to have everything, okay? You don't need to have big blowers. You can have a small little handheld battery-operated sprayer that can do the job. You don't need to have $1,200 backpack sprayers like the ones that we have. Now, granted, if you've been on a job and somebody says to you, I want you to give me a price for my 30,000 square foot office, and you get the job, then the money's there for you to buy more equipment, okay? But you can start with very, very little budget after your initial training. And we have financing. I call it our, 5 easy payment, monthly payment plans, and you can get into the course. So it doesn't even have to cost you. You don't have to put that much money up front. Nice, easy plan. We accept everybody. No bad credit, whatever. We want to help everybody. I don't want to say no to any student that has the desire in their heart to learn. You can do the monthly payments and we'll help you.
There you go. Did you hear that, ladies and gentlemen? Use the promo code CHUA300. I hope I'm writing it down right. Check it out, mfstradeschool.com. Use the code CHUA300 to get a $300 discount. Is that correct, sir?
That's correct.
There you go.
And
300. 300 is
Yes, sir.
300, ladies and gentlemen. Come on now. It's a great way for you to start your own side little hustle and then grow from there. And don't forget me, ladies and gentlemen, if you hit that $1 million mark. So again, before I let you go, I normally ask this one big crazy question to our guest. Mr. Christus, what is your biggest challenge? What is your biggest failure in whatever part in your life, and how did you turn this around, sir?
Well, I'll tell you, it was a challenge for the virus disinfection course to find chemicals that are actually EPA registered and listed for killing coronavirus, and just ones that are actually what I call PPP, which is safe to use on people, pets, and plants. Because there's chemicals out there that the manufacturer tells you, oh, this is a great chemical, and I would buy $5,000 of it, to resell, and then I would go to use it, and you're spraying it and you're gagging, So no, this is not a people, pet, plant friendly chemical, and I had to learn it the hard way. So finding the right EPA chemicals, that was the first major challenge that I had. And now we have some phenomenal chemicals. I mean, we have one chemical called the analyte, which is literally the holy grail of virus disinfection. It's a saltwater brine passed through electricity that makes it a very strong oxidizing agent. And I call it my holy grail disinfectant because I absolutely love it. You could literally, I don't want to say don't wear a mask, because you have to wear a mask because you could be going into a COVID area, but literally you can spray it and it doesn't gag you. It's very, very safe. But that was the first challenge that I had, finding good chemicals. And the second challenge was finding sprayers and that can deploy these chemicals. Because let me tell you, March, April, there was nothing to be found. You couldn't buy tools and equipment anywhere. They're all sold out in the U.S. We were able to find one USA manufacturer, but after that, I had to go overseas to China, Hong Kong, Taiwan, wherever, where all these little machines and sprayers are made. And the challenge there was finding reputable manufacturers. And I would buy 50 units of this and 30 units of that. And then we try them out and major problems, So it was finding, there's good companies overseas, but you have to really buy one unit, test it out. And if it works well, then sell it. Otherwise, I stand behind my products. So there I was, returns, because Americans, hey, we want perfect products. We don't want something to break down the first week. So, it's those are two challenges, and trial and error, finding the good suppliers in China that could actually manufacture good products that will last and stand behind them. So that was the challenge, but we made it through. We got some great products, and love to share them with you guys. Whether you do it as a business or not, please, I'm here to help you. You want to do your own office, you don't have to become a student to buy chemicals from us. We have everything on our website, and it's my pleasure to help any one of you to protect yourselves, your businesses, and your communities.
Amazing. Thank you very much again, Mr. Christus. Appreciate you. I don't know if you heard, but he said, ladies and gentlemen, he mentioned about his challenges and his trials. And you know what? There's a common theme in all these interviews that I do. I would ask that question again and again. And you know what they say all the time? Those challenges are actually a trial and error until you find a solution to it. And like what I always preach, ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't matter how many times you failed or fallen or got sick. It's how many times you get up and do this all over again. And same thing when you have a business, you will fail. I mean, where I'm not saying, their virus disinfection business is foolproof or fail proof. No, I mean, even my clinic, we don't get all patients all the time. Other clinics gets their patient too. But all you need to do is just keep doing it. Keep going. And that's our goal here, to teach you and help you find your alternative career and how to start your own virus disinfection business. Again, Mr. Christus, I'm going to bring you back in. Where can we reach you? I'm going to show up your website again. Where can we reach you? That's your website. Am I correct, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We appreciate it. You can contact our office at mfstradeschool.com. You can call our office at 407-732-4625.
407
732-4625. And we have a Twitter page, we have Facebook, we have LinkedIn. You can subscribe to our YouTube channels and learn a lot of stuff. There's so many videos, free videos on our website on how to use different chemicals and how to use the different sprayers that, they're free. Go there and look at them and learn things, because you know what? You need to protect yourself. There's no need to hire somebody when you can learn to do it yourself and protect yourself and your loved ones. So we're here to help. Anything you guys need, just call me 24/7. I'll pick up my phone.
Amen. So thank you very much. I like what he said. In order for you to be able to protect others, you got to protect yourself first. And if you have your own clinic, ladies and gentlemen, protect yourself. Reach out to Mr. Christos here. Again, thank you very much, Mr. Christos Daskalakis. I appreciate you for everything that I think you need to create a show like this. If you have a YouTube channel and everything, this is streaming our YouTube thing too. So yeah. Again, thank you very much, Mr. Christos. I appreciate you. Just hanging there. Let me just close the show, sir. But again, before I let you go, ladies and gentlemen, check out their website, mfstradeschool.com. Check it out. Their number is 407-732-4625. Again, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you. Yes, 407-732-4625. That is Mr. Christos' number. And obviously, use the promo code. I didn't do that. They did that. 300. Yep. And then obviously check out their website, mfstradeschool.com. They're going to teach you how to start your own virus disinfecting business. But before I let you go, ladies and gentlemen, always remember the word FAST. F-A-S-T. F-A-S-T. The word FAST. F, letter F. Find friends that will push you to your next level, because you are the average of the 5 people you hang out with. So who are you hang out with? Today I hang out with Mr. Christos Daskalakis. I feel like I want to be like a Greek man now, right? The Greek god, right? So find friends, ladies and gentlemen. Letter F. Letter A. What's the next letter? Letter A. You gotta learn how to take action. All this stuff that we're doing, this is free. I mean, yeah, we have some sponsored ads and stuff like that, but this video, it's free. Take action. Take action. Why? Because imperfect action beats perfect inaction. Take action by going to their website. Take action by talking to Mr. Christos. He's going to help you out, right? Last letter. Oh, no. Second to the last letter. Letter S. Shoot for the moon. Why? If you keep shooting for the moon, you're going to land and miss it. You're going to miss it. You're going to be landing with the stars. I kept shooting for the moon, ladies and gentlemen. Now I landed with a star called Mr. Christos Daskalakis. That's the star there. And last but not the least, letter T. Letter T. The word fastest letter T is teach it. Why? Because when you hear it, you forget. When you see it, you remember. But when you're actually teaching it, you're actually understanding it more. And that's what Mr. Christos Daskalakis is doing. He's teaching you how to start your own virus disinfecting business. Again, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you. Be awesome, be great, be excellent. And I'll see you again, Facebook friends.
HelloNote is a truly therapist-friendly practice management solution with integrated EMR that will enhance workflow, efficiency, and patient care. HelloNote reduces error and allows you to spend more time with your patients. It comes integrated with billing. Claims are generated once a note is completed. You can bill with one click and a patient portal, which streamlines the patient intake process. Beautifully engineered and cloud-based for easy accessibility, the software works on all platforms. You can access patient records from anywhere. We also offer 24/7 support. HelloNote is the practice management solution that you're looking for.